Okay guys, welcome back to another amazing video this morning, and then I'm very happy to be here with you. I've shared with you this house, the number of beds I have in this house. This house contains 31 hens with 3 roosters. Now we have some 2 young roosters in the house. Check them, 1 and 2. They are just young roosters I brought to the house. So this house actually contains 31 hens and then 3 roosters. Okay, the ratio is to 10:1. That is the ratio. Now in this particular video, I just want to share with you how you can start your local chicken poultry farm. Okay, it's something simple. You can see that all the things I've shared, or all the things I've shown you here, they are all from the community. The only thing we have here is the drinkers. That is the only thing I bought, but everything I'm using here, they are all things I've been using in the house. Okay, you can get them. You can use any rubber bowl from your house to be the feeder, like this one. You can cut it to be the feeder. Okay, so how do you start a local chicken poultry farm? Now what you are seeing here is just an empty space I have in my house, and then actually is houses, or they are rooms built. So these rooms, they are just here lying idle. So I just use this to start the poultry farm. Okay, so how you start is just simple. If you have any available space in your house, you can utilize it. The first one is the space, the structure where the birds will be, and then they will be safe from the weather condition whenever it's raining, the sunshine whenever it's very hot in the afternoon. Where will they be taking shelter? That is very, very important. And then where will they be staying whenever there is predators coming in? You know, these predators, they usually disturb local chickens, so the structure is for that purpose. Okay, just to give safe to the birds. So if you have any available space in your house, you can do this. Now in the other houses, I have the cage. That is what I've used to start with, the cage. And then if you have the cage, you are cool to go. If you don't have the cage, you can buy this wire mesh and use it to form your cage, okay, or your coop. Just make a very small and neat coop. Now, how many birds do you need to start with whenever it comes to the local chickens? Now, you have to understand that local chickens, they can hatch their own eggs. So if you don't have money, or you have money, the minimum amount that I will require you to start with is 10. Okay, if you don't have money. But if you actually have money, you want to spend some cash, then you can start with 50 or 100. Okay, that is the business side. Okay, if you don't have money, you start with 10. If you have the money to spend, you can start with 50 or 100. Now the ratio of the roosters to the hen is very, very important. Okay, the other time I was speaking to one of the friends, and then he told me that he had 19 birds, 18 hens, and 1 rooster. That is not a good ratio. You have a very low fertility rate. Okay, your eggs will not be fertilized. You have a very low fertile eggs. So at least if you have, let's say, 20 hens, the rooster is supposed to be at least 2 in the house. Okay, if you have 30 hens, the roosters can be 3 or 4. Okay, if you have 50 hens, the roosters can be 5 or 6. Have you seen it? If you have 100 hens, the roosters can be 10, 12. It's okay for them, so that the eggs will be fertilized. Now, the eggs will be fertilized because you'll be hatching the eggs in time to increase or to build your poultry farm. Okay, you do that to build cedar. These guys, they can actually disturb. Have you seen them? They are just disturbing me here. Those ones down there, they are, one is going to lay and one is broody. So you know, that is how you start, because you can hatch the eggs, and then the birds themselves, they can hatch the eggs. You can start from a very slow scale, move it to the medium, and then to the large. So if you started with 100 hens, you are looking at something within 3 months. You will be looking at something like, you want to get at least 500 chicks. Okay, that is the minimum you can think of. Okay, because a hen here can actually give you 20 eggs, 22 eggs, 15 eggs, depending on how you've taken care of them. Okay, so if you started with, let's say, 10, then you'll be looking for like 2-3 months, you'll be looking to get 50 chicks. If you started with 100 hens, you can be looking out for something like 500 chicks by the end of the 3rd month. If you are hatching your own eggs, if you have the incubator to hatch your own eggs, it's a plus to you. But if you don't have incubators, you can use some of these hens to hatch the eggs. Okay, so that is how you start and build up the farm. Now the next thing is the feeding. It's very, very important whenever it comes to local chickens. Okay, the feeding. You can see the kind of feed I've given to the birds. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the feed I've given to these birds. This is the feed, and this is the commercial layers feed. Okay, have you seen it? This is the commercial layers feed. Now, because these hens in the house, they are laying, that is why I've given them the commercial layers feed. All of them is only 2 that I brought in lately. They are not laying, okay, but the rest are laying. Now, most people confuse this. They say, can roosters also take layers feed? Yes, our roosters, can you see them? That guy, this one, their father. The roosters, they can also eat the layers feed. Why you are giving the birds layers feed is just to provide the birds with the necessary nutrients for them to be able to lay. Okay, within 24 hours, the birds must be able to lay at least an egg. Every 24 hours, the birds must be laying. Okay, so they need the nutrients. That is why you are giving them the layers feed. Now, every feed you are going to give to the birds, it must contain energy, protein, potassium, sulfur, calcium, vitamins, minerals. Okay, so that is why I decided to go with the commercial feed. Now, if you start your farm, you will not start to give commercial feed to your birds. Okay, they are not yet laying. What you give to your birds is the growers feed. You can go through the channel, go through the live farm playlist and check how to prepare your own feed. You can formulate your own feed, but you have to note that if you are formulating your own feed, every nutrient or all the required nutrients must be in their right proportion. That is where the problem is. Okay, so if you are preparing, let's say 50 kilograms of feed, energy should take a certain percentage, protein should take a certain percentage, depending on the kind of feed you are preparing. So if you are preparing growers feed, the protein content required in that feed should be at least 15% protein. Okay, 15% protein, and then the others 1% calcium is okay. So it depends on the kind of feed you are making. That is why if you are new, don't try to formulate your own feed. And then the second thing is, formulating your own feed will also cost you more money than getting the commercial feed. So what I advise you to do is, you just need to get a reputable brand, a brand that is well trusted, okay? And then you buy the feed from that brand, or you'll be buying that brand. So here I'm using Sankofa. I'm in Ghana. We have Sankofa, we have Kujis, we have other breeds, other brands in the market, okay? So you have to select the one that is favorable for you, or that is suitable for you. Sankofa is doing something great here, yeah. And then we have the dual purpose. We have a lot, so you select a very good brand, and then you get it for the birds. So if you buy the birds, they are at the point of laying. They are not yet to start to lay, so they need to take growers feed until they will begin to lay. If they begin to lay, you have to give them some time. They will still be on the growers feed. If they reach, let's say, 20% to 30% in production, in the egg production, what I mean is, if you have, let's say, 30 hens in this house, and then you are picking, let's say, 10 eggs a day, then you introduce. So what I mean is, if you have, let's say, 30 hens in this house, as we've had 30 hens in this house, if you are picking, let's say, they begin to lay, and then you are picking at least 8-10 eggs a day, that is when you introduce the layers feed to them, okay? The layers feed, I spoke about this. The only difference is the protein content in the layers feed, and some of the minerals and other vitamins is higher than that of the growers feed. That is the only difference, okay? The protein content will be higher than that of the growers, and then some of the minerals and then the nutrients too in the layers feed, they will reduce, whilst the protein content and some of the minerals and then some of the nutrients will increase. So if you don't have the technical know-how of how to formulate your own feed, guys, don't try it, okay? Don't try it. Just go in for the commercial feed, okay? Now the next thing is, how do you actually start the farm? How do you look out for these birds? Are you starting with the chicks? What I would recommend you to do is, if you want to start the local chicken poultry farm, don't start with the chicks, because here in our community you can actually get the hens that are at the point of laying easily, okay? These not exotic birds, so you can actually get the ones that are at the point of laying. So you just need to go to your neighboring community, get the ones that are at the point of laying, the young ones, the ladies, get them. That is what you begin with, okay? The roasters too, don't go and buy any grown roaster. Get a young roaster that will familiarize themselves with the hens, okay? And familiarize themselves with each and every one. So you could see that if you have this roaster in the house, and then, so if, as I mean is, if this roaster is aware that that roaster is mating the hen, that roaster is mating the hen, this roaster will move and split them. So you don't need to, so the chick, if you hatch your chicks and then you got your chicks, they are not going to take the growers feed. What they will take is the chick mash, okay? That is how you help the local chickens to grow faster. You start to give them chick mash from week 1 to week 10. Then week 10, you introduce them to the growers mash. Then they take it from there till they begin to lay, okay? So that is how you simply go with your farm, okay? So that one is laying, that hen there, they are down there, she's laying. So that is simply how you start your local chicken farm, and then progress over time, okay? So guys, I hope you enjoyed this particular time with me. this time today I just want to show you the number of birds I have in this house and then how I'll be taking care of them. Now I have one of these things which I didn't speak about, the grass I have there. Okay, have you seen that grass? That is the elephant grass. Okay, that is the elephant grass. You need to be giving these grasses to the birds. Okay, give these supplements to the bird. That elephant grass will provide the bird with fiber, so it is very, very necessary or important you give these grasses to your birds to be pecking. After eating, they will go and peck. Okay, they will rest, come back, peck. Okay, so that is what I'm doing in the farm. That is what I've been doing. Okay, so guys, this is all I want to share with you. And then you can see I want to show you something here, and then we end the stream. Have you seen how I washed? Have you seen how the drinker looks very clean? The water inside is very clean. It is very, very, very important to get clean water for the birds each and every blessed day. So in this house we have 4 drinkers for 34 birds, 31 hens, and then 3 roosters. We have 4 drinkers for them, so there should be enough water in the house for the birds. If you have all these things, then you are cool to go. You have already started your farm, and then your birds will perform. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this time with me. Don't forget, if you are new, subscribe. Use the link in the description to join our Telegram channel, and then make sure that you leave a comment wherever you are joining from, and then your name, so that anytime we meet or whenever I'm live like this, I can give you a shout out. Okay, remember, this is a community. This is not a YouTube page where we are just here to provide. No, this is a community. We are learning from each and everyone. So leave a comment that will motivate somebody. Leave a comment that somebody will learn from. Okay, so guys, this is where we'll be parting ways. I'll see you on Monday probably for another time with me, with my bets. Guys, I love you. Enjoy the rest of your day.